Hello. In this video, I wanted to explain about the breaks board that we have in the club at the moment. It's a little bit different than breaks boards that I've seen in other clubs in the past, because what they tend to do is they tend to list only one entry per player, which would obviously be their highest break ever in that club. Now the problem with that is it would take that player quite a while before they could beat that break and update the entry. I think it would kind of discourage people, especially with concentration levels, to try and beat that break, because it would take quite a while to do so. So what we did, and the idea we came up with, is to list 5 entries per player. So it gives you a much more realistic chance of beating at least your 5th break on that list. And it would give you more drive and more determination and the focus that you need when you turn up to the club to play, because it would also stop you from just turning up and just playing and just having a leisurely game, because you don't get the results that you really want when you're playing just in a leisure type scenario, because you just haven't got that motivation. So to get that motivation, what we decided to do was to have this breaks board. And there are entries going on there all the time. It's getting updated at quite a regular basis, which means that people stand a much more realistic chance of getting on the board. And I think it's a really good idea. I'd like to see this in other clubs, because I'm sure it would increase participation levels, because people have got a purpose when they turn up to the club. They won't just be playing against the friends and just having a bit of a knockabout. It will actually mean something. And I think that's the key to the game, really. It has to mean something. And you have to have a certain target to reach. And I think this does that job quite well. I'd love to see this in other clubs. And if anyone's done this or done a version of this, then please leave a comment in the comments section, or give suggestions of something else that we could do to increase levels in participation levels in the club, because it would all help with the game and to grow the game, which is what this is what I'm interested in. I want to grow the game. That's why I got involved, and that's why I'm in the coaching program, because I want to help as many people as I can. And I think things like this do that job pretty well. So how to use this high breaks board? What we do is, every time you make a break that beats either your 5th, 4th, or even your best break, what you do is you put the entry in at the bottom here, and then each time the break board's updated, then it would replace any existing break that you beat. So if your break that you made recently beat, say, the 2nd break on the board, then it would push the others down and the end one off the list. So eventually you're building up to a much higher break average on the board. And it would, like I say, it would encourage you to play a lot more often and try and get that break beat on the board, because you stand a much more realistic chance of beating a break on the board, and it would happen a lot more often. I think it's a really good idea, and I would really love to see other clubs adopt this, because I think it's just going to help people and give them a bit more focus and give them a bit more of a target when they're in the club. So if you leave a section at the bottom here for people to enter new records, then obviously whoever is in charge of updating the list can see what they need to do to make sure that everything's updated, and update them on a regular basis, because I think you will find that it does receive new entries quite frequently. I hope you liked the video, and if you did like the video, please subscribe and you'll see more videos such as this one. Thank you again.